Hello everyone, this is the West Virginia protagonist here, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to make a short review of my Gamo TC 50 caliber pre-charged pneumatic air rifle. I got a comment from a viewer. I think he was wanting, or she, I don't know, was wanting for me to make a short review on this rifle. I want to clarify that I'm not being paid to make this video. Uh, I wasn't sent this rifle for free. I paid for it. It costed me a pretty penny. And this is just my honest opinion of it. I'm not trying to give you a promo code or sell anything to you. This is just my honest opinion. So, yeah, right now on the Gamo website, I think it's going for like $5.99. I don't know if the sale's going on, but this thing is an awesome way to get into the big bore PCP game. I mean, 50 caliber. So some specs, from the website. It says that it's pushing about 400 foot-pounds of energy. I would have to agree with that. I do not have a chronograph, but in the few times that I've shot this is definitely the most powerful pre-charged pneumatic air gun that I've ever had. This thing is a beast. And also, I like the tactical look. And size comparison, here's the Benjamin Bulldog and 357. It's a little bit longer. And here's the Benjamin Armada and 25 caliber, which is actually similar in weight and size to the TC50. Some of y'all who are wanting to know the size. This thing is kind of hefty. Not as hefty as my Armada. I would say, and you could look on the website to be sure, this thing feels like it's approximately like 7-8 pounds. It's pretty similar to weight as the Bulldog. So definitely not a light gun. It's got a little bit of heft to it, but it definitely seems to be pretty rigid and sturdy. And so let's look at the air here. You're going to want to pump this bad boy up to about 250 bar. Now, I pumped this up about a month ago after the last time I shot it, and it's held the air relatively fine. So, haven't had any issues with leaks. It's been reliable. I've had no jams yet. To load this, there is like a lever mechanism. You pull this down, and you can see this kind of opens up. And I don't want to open it up and cock it all the way because I got air in the tank. So you'll see this will open up all the way to here, and then you can put the bullet in, I guess loaded from the rear load, whatever, and then you close this back up. So one thing I do not like personally with the gun is this safety mechanism. Like, this just won't come back down. You have to flip this little switch, and then it comes back down like that. Some people, like, who are very into, safety-minded people may like that, but if I'm trying to do like fast follow-up shots, it kind of gets in the way sometimes. You got to kind of play with it sometimes, or I guess get used to that. That is definitely an adjustment from, like this little lever action Bulldog here. But overall, I mean, I really like this rifle. I could have bought a pretty expensive scope to put on here, and I do have one that I could slap on there, but I just wanted something simple. And you can see I went on Amazon and I bought these Feyachi iron sights, and they work pretty well. They were rather inexpensive. Now, this thing is hand pumpable. I have pumped it up by hand before, but it takes a long time. I'm not going to lie. This thing takes like 20 plus minutes to pump by hand, more like 30 minutes. So I would recommend getting a compressor. And what I've purchased is one of these like cheap little Amazon $100-something compressors. It works just fine. So you ain't gotta go broke getting a compressor for it. But technically, if all you got is a hand pump, you can pump this up by hand, but it is a very painful and difficult process. A few other things to note. Obviously, the tank is, part of the buttstock, so it's not like an adjustable buttstock like this. So, you can't really adjust that. So some people, they might not like that. Some, me personally, I don't care. I just wanted to get into some bigger bores, something a little bit heavier hitting than my Bulldog and 357. And this was the way to do it. Yeah, I know that technically this is an Avanix Ibex Rex, which those go online for approximately $1,300. And basically, I think Gamo acquired a bunch of those Ibexes, and then they just slapped their brand on it, and now they're pushing this. So I would say that it would be foolish for you not to purchase this rifle. It works good. It's simple. Now, it's not magazine fed, it's single shot, so some people might not like that. But if you're just wanting to get into the big bore game, this is it. Now, people ask, hey, what kind of ammo does it shoot? Can I just put regular 50 caliber slugs? Well, I checked the forums and I've checked it and I've done it myself. What I've purchased are .495 slugs. They work very well in this gun. I've had no issues. They run it very good. I bought these AEA slugs from Airgun Tactical, and I actually purchased some Seneca these pellets, or I guess slugs, from Amazon, and these were actually pretty cheap. So there's that. I just went on Amazon search bar, .495 airgun slugs, and it was like the main thing that pops up. It didn't really specify, but those shoot pretty good out of the TC50 as well. Oh yeah, I've noticed that it doesn't come with any sling point attachment points, I should say. So I'm sure that you can, MacGyver a sling for this thing. I'm sure that there's people who can do that. So yeah, there's that. That's something that I didn't really like. Like my Bulldog here, there's sling point attachments. This rifle does not have that, so that's something that I personally don't like. But overall, this is a really nice rifle. Would I buy it? Yes. At the current price point that's there. Now, once it goes back up to $1,200 or $1,300 or whatever they're going to do, I probably would not purchase it then. I would, honestly, if this went back up to $1,200, I would not purchase it. I would just get a Benjamin Bulldog and 457. So this bad boy, this is a moderator on here. It does quiet this rifle down a lot. Definitely not as quiet as my Armada, and a little bit louder than the Bulldog. This is not backyard friendly, but if you kind of live out in the woods, or if you're going out to a gun range, you don't really need hearing protection with this either. I don't wear hearing protection with this, and I'm just fine. So that's pretty delightful. It is relatively quiet in comparison to a traditional firearm or some unmoderated big bore PCPs. But in size comparison, you kind of see what we're working with here. It's a pretty large long gun. Definitely not a little pistol or something. Let's see here. And this is a big gun, but boom, there's .50 caliber pistol there for you, HDR 50 right there. So there you have it. There's my short review on the Gamo TC 50 pre-charged pneumatic air rifle.